Greetings all, Shane Bruce with Restomod today with Restomod Willys. We've decided we're going to do a little update about the Willys Jeep my youngest son bought about a month ago. We did manage to get it off the lot it was on and here to the house, and actually got some tires on it that hold air. That's about the end of the good news, really. In our explorations and machinations with the little beast, we've discovered we have some issues. So let's take a look at the first issue we've got. Well, the good thing is it's got a hood, it's got a grill, it's got fenders. It even has a working air conditioning slot, quite nice for this model vehicle. And if you'll note, one windshield wiper that is manually operated. Pretty nice. Anyway, under the hood is what you would expect to see in a 51 CJ3A. It is the Go Devil, the little four-banger that could. And unfortunately, this four-banger is having some issues. Right now, it has not yet decided to spin freely for us. So we've been engaged in a variety of techniques and attempts to gently break it free without having to strip this thing out of the frame and take it down to pieces, which may end up being the case. But for now, we're happy just beating on cylinder tops and rocking the crank bolt and pushing the car back and forth in third gear. And we're starting to see some improvement. Those all cylinders were full of ATF last night when we finished up yesterday's effort. Now two are dry. And as you can see, it's a typical Willys. There's some original wiring in it, there's some aftermarket wiring in it, and there's just some questionable wiring in it. But what the hey, it's a four-banger. This wiring harness is what you see is what you get. Making a new one's not a big deal. All right, so that's the mechanical front end. The gearbox moves freely, the transfer case moves freely, the high-low selector moves freely. These are all good things. All the wheels individually spin okay. And the car will roll without too much fuss and too much fighting. Now here's the great shot. You'll notice that the gear shift knobs are present. I know we discussed this on an earlier video, but that's really important to me. Most of the gauge package is there. It's missing a handbrake. We have that curious little stud because this is the older foot starter Jeep. In other words, there's a small piston up there that you push with your foot, and that's what actually cranks the car. That's kind of neat. The passenger seat is available, just not mounted right now. The driver's seat's installed, but about to fall apart, and the gas tank is questionable, at the least. Probably end up with a marine tank on it when we get to the point where we feel we can actually try to start it and get the engine running. As we move around the car, youngest son has decided that he's going to maintain the funky, crusty, beat-up, neglected Jeep look, much to the chagrin of my brother-in-law, who is an accomplished auto body man. But no paint, no Bondo. We'll beat out what we can beat out and leave what's left. And then we have coming down the side panel here, we have a really nice custom seat cover. I don't know if that's going to stay that way or not. Note the classic Willys steering wheel. Plenty of cracks, and it's the kind of thing that you can touch the wheel with your bare hands, it'll give you a reminder. Here's my favorite thing on the whole car. Check this out. This is a windshield wiper. That's right. It moves just as fast as you're willing to push it. That kind of technology you just can't find in cars these days. One of the cool things about the little car is it did come with factory steps. And I think that's kind of neat. Both sides have it, and it's probably the most solid piece of the body that's on the car at the moment. So as we finish our little walk around here with the little Willys, we're looking at brighter days ahead, especially once we can actually get it to move under its own power, and then, of course, stop under its own power. Well, that's today's CJ3A walk around. This is Shane Bruce with Restomod and Restomod Willys, signing off.